Welcome back, everybody. My name is Nicholas Bogroff Gansel, and I am creatively bankrupt. So today, we're going to be watching Season 1, Episode 6 of Avatar: The Last Airbender, titled Imprisoned. This, I think, is the only title that isn't, the something of something, or... Hang on, so the previous titles have been The Boy in the Iceberg, The Avatar Returns, The Southern Air Temple, The Warriors of Kyoshi, and The King of Amashu. So yeah, of them, all five started with the word the. Three of them had prepositional phrases, of Kyoshi, of Amashu, and in the iceberg. And the other two, one of them was a full sentence. The Avatar Returns, that is a full sentence. Like, these were all, like, I'm not going to say they were complicated titles, but they were longer titles that gave a little more. This is just imprisoned. Okay, I wonder what's going to happen this episode. I'm guessing they get imprisoned. Probably not at the Fire Nation, though. It's too soon for that. It's probably they act like in the last episode. They accidentally piss someone off, but it doesn't turn out to be Aang's old friend, and so they get thrown in prison. Or just they're existing in the wrong place and as such are suspicious. My only real prediction for this episode, other than what I just said, is the fact that there's going to be a duel at some point towards the end. Because every episode up until now, other than the first half of the pilot, has had a duel, and it's been fucking awesome. So, yeah, because in episode 2, we saw Aang and Zuko battle it out on the battleship. And in episode 3, we saw Zuko take on that captain or general or whoever was in the Fire Nation. So we get to see fire on fire, which is pretty fucking cool. Then in episode 4, Zuko caught up with them again, and so we got Zuko v. Aang part 2. And then in the last episode, we saw Aang battle his old friend, who was that 112-year-old earthbender who was psychotic and weirdly ripped for an old dude. So, yeah, I predict there will be some sort of bending battle, probably in the third act. It might be in the B story, like it was in episode 3, but it's gonna happen. And I'm excited, because the battles are always good. I like the fact that they're appropriate for kids. They're not so intense that kids can't watch them, but they're still visually interesting enough and emotionally compelling enough for adults. Like, watching these battles, I don't feel like, oh, and here's the battle scene, gotta wait for it to it's like, oh shit, that's happening, that's so cool. Like, it's not like I'm on the edge of my seat, because I sort of feel safe knowing it's a kid's show. They're not gonna kill any major characters. They're not gonna, just do a depressing as hell ending for no reason. So I feel pretty safe, but it's still fun and awesome to watch them fight. So yeah, I guess we'll get started then and see who's imprisoning them today. Oh, and as always, if you're watching my videos without watching the original content first, you're doing the content a disservice and you're doing yourself a disservice. If you really do want your first experience of Avatar to involve me, then head over to my Patreon. For just $1, you can get access to my uncut reactions that you can play alongside the original content. Let's dive in. So, the end. It is catchy, I'll give it that.
He has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone.
But
I believe
Aang can save the world.
This coward's 100 years in hiding are over.
So I'm guessing we're getting Zuko this episode. That is gorgeous. Just live there. Fuck the war.
You're back.
Earthbender.
Earthbender.
Let's go meet him.
He looks dangerous, so we better approach cautiously.
Hello there. I'm Katara.
I was expecting Aang to do that. So he's shy.
Nice to meet you.
I just want to
Yes.
which means no nuts for dinner.
Hey, I worked hard to get those nuts. Yeah, I hate him too.
Yes. Honesty, that's important.
You know what would happen if they caught you earthbending.
Oh, someone doesn't like benders.
Fire
Is there a
Nation,
term for
act
them?
natural.
Oh shit, Fire Nation. Yes!
I've already paid you this week.
The tax just doubled. We
Gangsters.
want an accident, would we?
There's a mob in town. A firebending mob.
They're thugs. They steal from us. And everyone here is too much of a coward to do anything about it.
Quiet, Haru. Don't talk like that.
But
I'm with
Haru's
Haru.
an earthbender. What can the Fire Nation do to you that they haven't done already?
They could take Haru away. Like they took his father.
Yeah, you're already driving him away by, you know, being a dick about this whole thing, so... Munch, 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 munch. That was adorable.
I lost my mother in a Fire Nation raid. This necklace is all I have left of her.
It's not enough, is it?
No.
Damn. They are pulling no punches this episode. Hopefully no one was behind that, because they got obliterated
so
if they
brave of
were.
Haru to use his earthbending to help that old man.
If they discover you're here, Aang, we'll be eating fireballs for breakfast. Good night.
I'd rather eat fireballs than nuts.
Good night.
Okay, contextually I know what you meant, but motherfucker. Oh, he got a little tail like a kitty. Oh, maybe it's this dude who gets imprisoned and they have to break him out.
That's him. That's the Earthbender.
Fuck you, you old bitch! Saved your goddamn life, and that's you you're paying? Burn in hell. Rat fuck. I'm not happy with that dude. Just for shits and giggles. Okay. You're gonna bend her tears now? That's what I want. I want a waterbender dude trying to be smooth, and when a girl's crying, be like, hey, and like waterbend her tears away.
We don't need to track him. The Fire Nation is going to take me right to Haru.
And why would they do that?
Cause she's
Because
gonna
they're going
out
to arrest
herself.
me for earthbending.
Yeah! Going into the belly of the beast.
All Aang has to do is send an air current from that vent to this one right here. The boulder levitates and ta-da! Fake earthbending.
Oh, so it's specifically earthbending.
Just relax. You're taking all the fun out of this.
By this, do you mean intentionally being captured by an army of ruthless firebenders?
Yep.
Exactly. That's fun stuff.
Here
I
they
love
come.
Aang.
Get in your places.
I'll show you who's boss. Earthbending style. I said earthbending style.
Still distracted by a butterfly.
Lemur, it's earthbending.
That is too funny.
It's the girl.
Oh, of course.
Everyone pretend I didn't say that!
You've got 12 hours to find Haru. We'll be right behind you.
Wait, 12 hours after that, what happens? Like, did we learn that they killed them after 24 hours and I missed it? They put her in a burlap sack. I was not expecting that. Or maybe it's just a brown shirt, but it looks like, you know, those burlap sack clothes. Uppa, 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 uppa. Sorry, this episode's got a lot of adorable stuff. And I'm starting to get tired, which lowers my defenses against adorable stuff. That is not adorable, however.
I am your warden.
Ugh.
I prefer to think of you not as prisoners, but as
Is that George
honored
Takei?
guests. You will succeed here if you simply abide. Take him below. 1 week in solitary will improve his manners.
Okay! Come on, Katara, you got this.
Katara?
Yes! You found him.
What are you doing here?
So are Earthbenders like the normies of this world? Where it's like, the Airbenders are all dead, the Firebenders are evil, and the Waterbenders are off at the war? Like, every episode we're just gonna meet more and more Earthbenders?
The rest of us will simply have to hope for warmer weather.
If you don't mind me
Is
asking,
that Keith David?
what's your escape plan?
The plan is to survive. Wait out this war.
Oh shit.
One day,
You sound like you've already given up.
Katara, I admire your courage. and I envy your youth. The people's lives are at stake here. I'm sorry, but we're powerless.
We'll see about that.
Man, I feel that shit.
Earthbenders! The time to fight back is now. I can tell you the Avatar has returned. So remember your courage, Earthbenders. Let us fight for our freedom!
Oh. That is painfully real. Fuck. That is too real.
Your 12 hours are up. Where's Haru? We've got to get out of here.
I can't.
Oh, in 12 hours
We don't have much
they're
time.
coming
There
to
are
rescue
guards
her.
everywhere.
Got it.
Get on.
I'm not giving up on these people.
Nice.
Last chance. We need to leave now.
No.
Since when is Sokka the voice
I
of
hate when
reason?
you get like this.
Which was it? A buffalo or a bison?
I'm not sure what the difference is, but that's not really the point, is it, sir?
I'll decide what the point is, fool.
Oh shit. Oh shit!
You! Wake up the captain.
That was the captain you just threw overboard.
And wake up someone I haven't thrown overboard. There's something going on here, and I don't like it.
Maybe it has to do with that girl who announced that she was a waterbender. Just a thought.
Something they can bend.
But this entire place is made of metal.
No, it's not. Look at the smoke. I
The
think they're
coal.
burning coal. In other
Oh
words,
shit.
Earth.
I did not think of that. That is so clever.
It's almost dawn.
These vents reminded me of our little trick back at the village. We're gonna do the same thing, but on a much bigger scale.
Holy shit. Good thing they didn't get hit by that shit, because, you know, it's rock.
Your fate is in your own hands.
Come on, man. Step up. You know you want to.
You thought a few inspirational words and some coal would change these people? Their spirits were broken a long time ago.
Yes! Wouldn't the coal catch fire? Okay, good. Flaming coal can be bent by both of them. Whoa. Did not expect Momo to get into the fight. I wonder if Earthbenders can turn coal into a diamond with enough pressure. Nice.
I can't swim.
I hear cowards float.
Oh shit! I've never heard that one before.
That's him, isn't it? The Avatar. Katara, thank you for bringing
He's
my
so
father back to me.
cute. Wait, that's his father?
Wish there was some way
I totally missed that. I was talking over that
My
part.
mother's necklace. It's gone.
Oh shit. Oh shit! I totally forgot the previously on had Zuko in it, so I should expect Zuko in the I just totally spaced on that. Man, I love this show. This is a good fucking show. Okay, so there wasn't a duel. There was a fucking battle, which was so much cooler. Don't get me wrong, I love me some duels, but oh my god. I love this show. This show is fantastic. It's actually really annoying to me right now that I'm reacting to it, because it means I have to stop after each episode and like talk about it, and I have to watch it like when I'm alert and like able to sit up and say things. I can't like fall asleep binging it, which is what I would normally do with a show like this. I would just keep watching it until I literally couldn't keep my eyes open. So yeah, I get the hype. I understand it. The show manages to be really cool and really adorable at the same time, and I appreciate that, because a lot of shows can't pull that off. It's a very hard thing to pull off, I feel like. But the fact that in the same episode we can get just fuzzy animals being cute fuzzy animals, and then like motherfucking flaming coal getting fired at people, and I don't know. It's just this is a great fucking show. I'm starting to think Earth Nation is kind of the default, just because maybe it's just their water village that didn't have any benders left because they were all away at the war, but it really seems like the water tribes are basically North and South Pole, and then the Fire Nation are the villains who kind of maraud around everywhere, and everywhere else is just Earth Nation. I could be mistaken, but that's what it feels like at the moment, because I'm pretty sure the last 3 episodes they visited people descendant from Earth Nation, even if there weren't Earthbender. Even though in episode 3 there weren't any Earthbenders, I'm pretty sure they were an Earth Nation tribe. So, yeah, that's my take at the moment. Anyway, it might be incorrect. I might learn better of it, but I'm glad Zuko didn't catch up with them yet, because that would have been a little much if Zuko and Aang fought in episode 2, and then he catches up with them again in episode 4, and then again in episode 6. So the fact that he's on their trail, but that he hasn't caught them yet, I like that. And I'd be okay if every, 4 or 5 episodes, there's, a duel between Aang and Zuko. I just don't want it to be, every episode or every other episode, because I think that would get stale. And it's how many times can you lose to the same 12-year-old before you just give up? But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this episode. I wish I had something insightful to say about it. It was just a really cool episode. The scene with the old man basically being like, look, we're just gonna wait this out because we're powerless to change it. God, given the way the world's been the last couple years, I feel that intensely. And the whole thing about, they've already broken our will kind of thing. He doesn't use those exact words, but it's something... it was the Fire Nation guy was saying something about we've taken their will. And that, I've felt that pretty hardcore the last few years. The thing I keep coming back to over the last year or so is back in, when they had circuses, the way they would, lead elephants around on this tiny little rope or tiny little chain. I heard somewhere, and I'm assuming this is true because it makes sense, but I don't have any proof of this. So if I'm wrong, forgive me. But the way they would condition the elephants to respond to a tiny rope is when the elephant was a baby, they'd put massive chains on its neck to prevent it from, physically being able to escape. And the elephant would struggle and struggle and struggle until it finally just gave up. And then after they were sure the elephant had given up, they would slowly swap out smaller and smaller chains until it was just this tiny little chain or tiny little rope. Because they realized that you don't have to break the elephant's back as long as you can break its will. And that's what it's felt like for me living through these times, is at a certain point our will is just broken. And it doesn't matter if we could theoretically fight back, we just don't have it in us anymore. Now, obviously, as relatable as that might seem, that's not the solution, because you do have to fight back, as Katara says, but holy shit, is that relatable. I just love that reveal of Zuko at the end. I wish they hadn't included him in the Previously On. It's sort of like back when they used to do Previously Ons for Lost. I say it in quotes because they never gave you enough to actually understand what was going on if you missed an episode. It was literally just, hey, do you vaguely remember this thing that happened? And just based on the Previously Ons, you could usually guess right off the bat whose episode it was going to be. And it often gave you information you needed to eliminate, or to go through the process of elimination to figure out what the ending was going to be. Because so many episodes of Lost end on a twist, and the twist is usually the reveal of another person. Like, oh my god, the person he was talking about was really this person we already knew. Or, oh my god, they knew this person before the island, or whatever it is. And having the Previously On to give you context for that sometimes was enough to be like, oh, okay, I know who the ending's going to be. And fortunately for this, I was so wrapped up in the story that was happening that I completely forgot Zuko was supposed to be in this episode. So it was still a surprise for me. But it would have been just as much of a surprise if they hadn't primed me for it. And I guess for the kids watching, they were like, we need to make sure they know who this is. We don't want them to forget. I guess that's it. I mean, I could talk for 20 minutes about how adorable Appa is, or how much I love Aang's attitude, but I feel like I've said it all already, so... I don't know. I guess I'll leave it right there, and if I think of anything else, I'll bring it up in the intro for next week's episode. So yeah, come back next week, and we'll check out another episode of Avatar. And if you can't wait that long, then check out my Patreon. There's a link in the description below. You can get episodes up to 4 weeks early there, and you also can get the uncut versions of episodes. And as always, please like and subscribe, because I'd love to have y'all coming back on the regular.